It is that time of year again when I think I'll be getting some of those early morning wake-up calls from our Chief Operating Officer telling me whether or not we should delay schools or close schools because of snow. Probably one of the most frequently asked questions that we receive as a school system is about how we make that decision. It is also the most frequently debated decision that I make, whether or not I was correct in choosing to close schools for the day, or sometimes even open them for that matter. It is an involved process that goes into making that decision, and it involves communication with a lot of people. We recently had a snow summit where we gathered all of the critical teams from each department together and talked about everyone's role, how we were going to communicate the decision, and what actions needed to happen leading up to that decision and immediately after that decision. Our team has put together a great video that takes you through that process. Very quickly, I will tell you, it takes some dedicated folks getting up in the wee hours of the morning and actually getting out on the roads to assess the conditions. A lot of monitoring of weather information coming in off of the web, and collaboration with our county government to know what their plans are for snow removal, for clearing, and what their timeline is. It is not a decision we make lightly, because more than anything, I want our students to be in school, taking advantage of the wonderful instruction that our teachers can provide. I also know for many students, our school building is safe, it's warm, and it's where they can get a nutritious meal. So that decision to close schools is never made lightly. Now, the one thing that people always want to know is, why can't you tell us the night before, Dr. Alban? Then I don't have to set my alarm, I can sleep late. And I typically respond to that question by saying, how long have you lived in Maryland? How many forecasts for severe weather and 6 inches of snow by 8 a.m. have you seen poof, and the next morning you wake up and there is nothing on the ground? So that's why we don't often make the call the night before, because sometimes that forecast is a 50-50 chance, and as I said, we want to err on the side of having instruction for our students. We have occasionally made the announcement the night before, but that's often when it is a no-brainer, like the governor has declared a state of emergency, or we're in the middle of a blizzard that we know is not going to quit. So when we can, we will do that to support our students, our staff, and parents in the community, but that's not a regular practice that we engage in. What I will say to every parent out there is, when there's bad weather in the forecast, have your backup plan in place. Know what you're going to do, and make sure you share with your child what they should do if school is opening late, if school is closed, or if school is dismissed early. And remember that while we do consider your child to be one of our FCPS family, you as the parent have the ultimate decision on whether or not you think it is safe to send your child to school, and we will always respect the decision you make in that regard. Happy snow days.